Welcome to Caskets and Cocktails, Memoirs of a Cemetery Dude. Get ready for a hilarious dive into the world of death care where cemetery industry veteran Mr. Danny and his daughter Katie will answer all those crazy questions you've been dying to ask. Go ahead and pour yourself a drink, pull up a rocking chair, and get ready for some laughs because we guarantee Caskets and Cocktails will be the last ones to let you down.
Hey guys, Katie Leverett here.
I'm Danny Faulkner. I'm her daddy.
And welcome to Caskets and Cocktails.
Yeah.
And we are about 3 weeks into the new year.
Yes.
I think this is when everybody's New Year's resolutions pretty much go in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, they're all gone.
All gone?
They're all gone.
How about you? Are you sticking with yours?
I don't do resolutions.
You're just that perfect?
No, I just know I'm not going to keep them. So it's kind of like poking a bear or something, you know. I do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are sick of your resolutions already, this is the show for you because we are going to tell you all the reasons why not to do resolutions, right?
Yeah, really.
Our questions today really kind of lined up perfectly for this. First off, we have a podcast partner. Their podcast is called Mouse and Weens, and they really talk about everything. You name it, they talk about it. They're sisters, and they're pretty funny. I think they're really cute together. And so they sent us in a question, and here it is.
Okay, I can hardly wait.
Hey everybody at Caskets and Cocktails. This is Mouse with the Mouse and Weens podcast. And my question is, if you had to give up all drinking from now until you die, would you be willing to if it gives you an extra year of life? That is my question. Have fun.
Oh my. That question makes me sad.
Yeah. I think they're crazy.
I think they're crazy too.
Yeah.
I have some questions though, like which year of your life would you add? I mean, if we're talking like adding 39, I'm in. If we're adding like 110,
Well, I don't think that what they're saying is take one of your best years of your life and put it on the end.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're saying. But what it is just punching all your beliefs in the nose right there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what do you believe in life or do you believe in living?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I went to a Mexican restaurant today.
Uh-huh.
And it had, the kid had a T-shirt on. It said, Viva Life.
Uh-huh.
Live, live, live.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about that. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I've buried a lot of 100-year-old people. Mm-hmm. Never hadn't been out of their house in 10 years.
See, that's miserable.
Yeah,
Why
they
would
just
I'm
sitting around watching reruns of Oprah.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
like
I mean,
Oprah, but not quite that much.
No, not that much at all. So the answer is no.
Yeah.
One, no, I'm not going to give up alcohol.
Yeah.
Two, I'm going to live until I die.
I think that is the best plan possible.
And, you know, my belief system is such that works for me.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like the joke about the guy that went to the doctor and he said, I'm afraid I'm going to die. Uh-huh. And the doctor said, well, why do you feel that way? He said, I don't know. He said, I just have this overwhelming feeling that I'm going to die. Uh-huh. And he said, well, do you smoke cigarettes? He said, no.
Right.
He said, do you drink alcohol? He said, no. He said, well, do you run with a wild crowd? He said, no. He said, do you stay up late at night? No. He said, do you have girlfriends? He said, no. He said, well, then why the hell do you want to live?
That is so true. That is really true.
If you just lock yourself in a box, what good is an extra year?
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
I tried out dry January, and I made it to, like, Friday night. It's just not for me.
No. Benjamin Franklin said that beer was God's way of saying, have fun.
I agree. So
And Benjamin Franklin was a pretty smart fellow.
yeah.
Even though he was a northerner.
Oh, burn. Well, guys, Mouse and Wings, I hope that answers your question. So, number one, me and Mr. Danny, we ain't having it. We're not up for giving up the alcohol.
No, we're not riding on that bus.
Yeah. So but that is a lot of people's New Year's resolution is giving up alcohol or, you know
the thing
exercising more. So, do you ever see any sort of New Year's resolutions impacting in the death care industry?
Yeah. I mean, every year we see it. Every year we see it. Somebody gets up, and I don't know if his wife's been on him or he just comes up with this big idea that he's going to get in shape. And he's going to start on January 1.
Right.
So he gets up, and for Christmas, he got this jogging outfit and these new tennis shoes. And he forgot that the last time he ran was 45 years ago.
Oh, my God.
And so he just takes off running. You know, and his heart blows up into little bitty bits.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's no coming back from that.
I guess that's why they always say consult your doctor before starting an exercise program.
Right. But, you know, we had a guy one time, he was in his mid-40s, I guess he was. Anyway, January 1, he started his resolution. He got up, he got ready, he went out jogging. He was in downtown, and he just jogged and just jogged right out in front of a truck, and it just hit him and killed him.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
The first day.
First day. First run, first day, dead man.
Oh.
So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it.
Right.
But just be a little bit more judicious and say, you know, I haven't done this in a long, long time. Maybe I should walk around the block first.
Yeah, start slow.
And maybe tomorrow, maybe twice.
Yeah.
and work yourself up to a 26-mile race. You know? But don't just start out on the first day. But that's like people saying giving up drinking, you know. I want to give up alcohol for the new year. Well, I'm not a proponent of being dry or drinking heavily either.
Right.
You know,
we're good, solid moderation.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's even Methodists, even Presbyterians say, you know, if it's in moderation, it's okay. But, you know, these are just all things that you got to come to grips with.
Right.
But we do see a lot of dead people around January. But we see a lot of dead people around January. A lot of old people die in January.
Yeah.
Because they've got it in their mind. I don't care if they're in a coma. If they got it in their mind, I'm going to see the new year. And they live to the new year, and then they die.
That's crazy.
I know.
And you hear that a lot, like for New Year's or for Christmas or for somebody's birthday, and it really makes you think about that kind of like mind over body function. And it's impressive.
They could be in the hospital all hooked up and da-da-da-da-da, and they've got it in their mind for whatever reason. They're going to live to the new year, or like you say, the birthday or whatever, and they do it.
I don't have any sort of, I mean, I tell myself often, like, I'm not going to eat that last donut or whatever.
And then you
and then I eat it. And I'm like, I don't have that mental capacity. I would just die off when I showed up at the hospital. I don't think I'd make it long.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, life is short.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You know, I think.
Yeah, maybe that should be a New Year's resolution.
Life
enjoy
is short,
life.
Enjoy life. That would be a great resolution.
I think that's the best resolution.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
If you guys out there have dumped your resolutions already, the giving up the alcohol.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Giving up the alcohol, the exercising. We're going to give you a new one. Just enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
That can be your new resolution.
There you go. And you know the thing about it is, when you take your significant other and you take a walk around the block, and she's got a glass of wine, you've got a cocktail, leisurely walking.
And drinking together?
It's just exercise with a light drink.
I have never thought about that.
See? Stick with me, kid. I'll teach you something. I think that's great.
Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet is a comedy podcast featuring brother and sister duo Alex and Christina as they recap dramatic readings of one-star reviews written by real people with not-so-real problems. Whether it's a bar's no throw-up policy, a barista who's just too friendly, or a school psychologist's fashion sense, prepare for equal amounts of laughter and eye-rolling. Listen to Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, or any of your favorite podcast apps. You can also find them on all social media platforms at Beach Too Sandy. So New Year's resolutions, they stink.
Yeah, they do. I don't know who invented those.
I don't either. And, they're always about kind of like what we talked about, giving up alcohol, exercising more, eating better, spending more time with your family, being on time, being more organized. Have you ever seen any of these, really take a turn for the worse?
Oh, yeah. Lots of things. I mean, there was a lady that wanted to change her diet. She was interested in changing her diet, and I don't know.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if it was to be healthier or if it was to lose weight. I have no idea. But it's just the family said she was interested in changing her diet. And somewhere in this whole diet changing thing, she choked to death.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she choked to death, and nobody was there to give her the Heimlich, and down she goes, and she's done. And
oh
so,
my gosh.
I mean, that was a bad choice.
Oh my gosh.
That was a bad choice.
Did she make a resolution to eat rocks or something?
I
What's
don't
the
know.
deal? That's terrible.
I don't know what kind. It may have been a seafood or something. It was. I think she was trying to get red meat out of her
Oh my gosh.
diet.
Bless her heart. That's terrible.
And, because red meat could give you a heart attack.
Yeah. Well.
They said. I don't know that, but. But the red meat left and she died.
Oh, God.
So, but no, you hear stuff like that. There was a family that came in. They had made a New Year's resolution that they wanted to be closer as a family.
Well, that's sweet.
It is, and spend more time together as a family unit.
You don't really think about making a family resolution.
A family
Everybody kind of does an individual resolution, so that's kind of sweet.
That is sweet. And the two sons got in an argument and wound up shooting one another.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, one of them killed one, and the other one shot him too.
Oh, my God.
So he was shot up, and he had to go to the hospital.
And then jail, probably.
And then jail.
Oh, my God.
And so I think the family changed their resolution after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of resolutions that, you just don't think about.
Right.
Impactful.
Yeah.
But I don't think family resolutions are all of that great.
Yeah. That's probably not a good call, huh?
No, no. I'll make a resolution for me. You make a resolution for you.
Yeah.
But let's not do a family.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. No joint resolutions.
No, I'm afraid.
Good thing we're family and you knew that ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to get shot.
So that's why you never suggested it.
Exactly. I'm afraid I'm going to get shot.
Well, I know we've talked some about people being late before, and that is another resolution. I'm a neurotic on-time person.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who's always 2 minutes early, and I sit in my car because I don't want to be the nerd that's there early.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of my friends are late, and usually I'm the one that's sitting there early, and they're the ones that's late, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah. Well, we have, as far as my end of the fence, having people coming in late.
Yeah.
I've had that happen numerous times. Mm-hmm. They show up to a funeral late. A lot of, or a graveside service or a burial or whatever, and they show up late. And the vast majority of the time, they kind of make their way to the back of the crowd and, suffer through the fact that they can't really hear the preacher.
Yeah, just kind of blend in.
Yeah, and but there have been several times when the people show up late. Most of the time they're drunk. And one time this lady got out, and I mean, she was a fine looking lady. And she got out drunk or whatever. and started cussing the preacher because he started without her.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't think the preacher knew she was coming.
Did he have a list of who not to start with? Is that something that you write down?
Be sure that Rachel's there before you start. But anyway, she started giving him a cussing. And she could not believe that he started. And she was like 20 minutes late.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's big time late.
Right. And when we set a graveside service or a funeral, and we set it at 2:00, it means 2:00.
Yeah, because you guys got other business coming.
we got other dead guys.
They're not the only dead person that day.
Yeah, right. So we're on a time schedule, and just because you wanted to take that extra time for an extra martini, doesn't mean that I'm going to hold services for you.
God, Rachel, you're the worst.
I'm telling you.
Well, we have a listener question that kind of goes with the late.
Oh, really?
Yes. So this comes from an anonymous listener.
Wow. Is that Tom?
No, it's anonymous.
Oh.
So I know who this anonymous listener is. I mean, I don't know them personally, but she wants to know, have you ever had anyone show up late to their own funeral? Which totally threw me off, but don't worry, she gives a little bit of a background story because I was like, how do you show up late to your own funeral? You're already dead. So apparently, backstory is her dad's brother was killed in an accident overseas. And the arrangements were made for a certain date, and apparently the body got held up somewhere along the way, and well, basically everybody was there for the funeral, but the body wasn't there, and it showed up the next day.
Yeah, happens all the time.
So people are late to their own funeral all the time.
Happens all the time.
You know, there's a saying, like people say, "Oh, I'm always late. I'll be late to my own funeral."
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that would be a for real thing.
No, it happens all the time, especially when you're dealing with people overseas. You know, if you're shipping out or they're shipping in. Shipping out of the United States, and there's several countries, but shipping out of the United States is fairly on-time operation. We have a very large Hispanic population where we live.
Right.
And our funeral home is fortunate enough to deal with a lot of Hispanic families. And we ship a lot of folks back to Mexico.
Okay, yeah.
And we have to go to the consulate.
Really?
Yes, we have to fill out paperwork. First of all, they want to make sure that dead guy's who you say he is.
Right.
Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Secondly, they want to make sure he's dead. And
that's a good plan.
yeah, and because of the decomposition of the body, they want to make sure that it's embalmed.
Right.
They want to make sure of several things that you got to have all this documentation.
Yeah.
County documentation, state documentation, all of this stuff. And
I've seen those like outbreak movies,
Yeah,
so I am really
yeah.
glad about this.
Oh,
I am a-okay with this extra.
well, they're really stringent on
Yeah.
that stuff. And
I don't
mean,
need smallpox.
no, or whatever what do they call those
fever.
dead people? The dead people, zombies.
Oh, no zombies.
Yeah, I don't want the zombie thing. But anyway, they have to have all of this stuff pulled together. And then they check them in to the airport.
Okay.
And they go to a certain
Who
area.
is they? Like you guys
They-
drive the hearse down there?
We do. We drive them down there, and the guys will unload them in a specific area.
Okay.
Okay? And then that specific area is a holding area, and then they figure out which plane it goes on and all that kind of
do you
stuff.
put like a tag on it, like a luggage tag?
Yeah,
You
basically.
do?
Yeah,
Really?
basically. It's a shipping container, and it's put on there.
Is it like a cargo plane, or do they put them on like
No,
people planes?
people planes.
Really?
Yeah, if you're flying on a plane, odds are there's a dead guy under you.
You're kidding me.
No, no,
That
not at
is
all.
super weird.
Yeah, they do it all the time, every day. Every day, all over the country. They're shipping dead guys all over the country.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
On passenger planes.
Sure.
We're sure about that.
Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah, I'm positive. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, they're not going to hurt
Is there
you.
like a room with like a bunch of caskets in it that you just drop them off? There's like 30 caskets with a little luggage tack
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
They don't put it like on the conveyor belt with the luggage, right? When it comes out.
Well, no. No, you got to go back and you got to pick it up. And
you got to sign off on it.
Yeah.
No one's stealing a coffin.
No. They really are specific about all that
Okay,
stuff.
good.
Now, coming into the country, the problem is there's a lot of countries, and whatever your political beliefs are, you're wrong. But no, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of countries that are socialist. Okay, now that being said, heaven is a benevolent dictator and socialistic. So don't talk bad about socialists.
Okay.
But socialists, a lot of these are all government workers. They don't work on a weekend.
Oh,
So you
true.
plan, you're gonna get Daddy in on Tuesday. We're gonna bury Daddy we're gonna have a funeral, we're gonna bury him on Thursday. Okay, well they were off Saturday and Sunday and they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't get him out till Monday.
Yeah.
So you don't get him out till late Tuesday, so we have to postpone the Wednesday, and then we shoved into Thursday. So everybody in the county knows, because they've been reading the paper, that we're going to bury him on Thursday. So they show up for the burial. Well, hell, we're just having a funeral or something. So it's all confused.
Yeah.
You do not make plans until Daddy is sitting in the funeral home.
That's
You
a good
don't do
call.
that.
What?
If he's in Belgium or he's in the Congo and you make a plan for Friday,
He ain't gonna be there.
I don't count on it. You can have it. Don't count on him being there.
Are there certain countries where like the returning coffin is kind of flagged or something, and they gotta inspect it?
They do. Yes, they do. Now, what's worse than that is somebody dies over there and they get cremated.
Really?
Yeah, then they're sending the cremains back. Well, you got a big jar, and it's powdery inside.
Oh, ooh! I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
so they got to check all that stuff, make sure that the bad guys aren't sending drugs. You know, like when Keith Richards said he snorted his daddy's ashes. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, there's people that do this sort of thing. You know, I mean, hell, if you're going to make a Barbie doll out of cocaine and try to smuggle it in,
That's true.
you know,
Might
you're
as
going
well.
to try.
I mean, that sounds a lot easier putting it in an urn than making a Barbie out of
Exactly.
it, you know?
So, you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong
Yeah.
in shipping people. Now, that being said, we had a family that picked out a specific casket that we did not carry. And so we called the distributor and they said, yes, you'll have it on, say, Wednesday. So we said, okay, we're going to have it on Wednesday. We'll casket them on Wednesday. We'll have a Wednesday afternoon funeral. We'll bury them on Thursday.
Right.
Okay. So we put it in the paper. Just like we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And everybody was dressed up, smelling good, looking good. It's just like they're going to church, you know. And casket came in on Friday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's no good.
No,
Did you put them like in a demo casket or something? Just prop them up?
What we did was we put an empty casket closed, of course, for the funeral, so they could go ahead and have a funeral.
Oh, that
with
was
all
sneaky.
the people that were all dressed up and nice.
So
and
nobody
neat.
was in it?
Nobody was in it. And so when it came in on Friday, of course, now the people were pretty well pissed.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what did the family do? Were
Yeah,
they pretty
were,
miffed?
Oh yeah, they were. They weren't happy.
Yeah,
weren't
they
happy
didn't.
at all.
They didn't think that was cute, huh?
No, they failed to see the humor in it.
Yeah.
But we got it in on Friday. We casketed him. They had a minister there. We had a graveside service for family only. You know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But for the big show, we had an empty casket. So
Yeah.
was he late for his own funeral? Yeah,
Probably.
about a day and a half.
Yeah.
About a day and a half late for his own funeral.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, you know, so timing is everything, and planning is everything.
Yeah.
And a good funeral home and good cemeteries all coordinate with one another to where it goes off without a hitch.
Right.
Because you know that a funeral is going to last 45 minutes to 55 minutes. Then they're going to get in there. They're going to take 10 minutes to put the casket in the hearse. They're going to take another 15 to 30 minutes, depending on where the funeral is, to get to the cemetery. Okay? So that all goes perfect.
Yeah.
Okay?
You have it down to a science, like you do this every day for a living or something.
Yeah, right. But then you got some guy that is, I don't know what the deal is. And they've got 4 or 5 preachers. Or you've got one preacher that really wants to make a statement. And he's up there for an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
And when you got 4 or 5 preachers, the first preacher gets up there and he talks and he's good. And he's,
Hey, why would you have so many preachers?
it happens all the time. Happens all the time. I don't know if it's because that dear, sweet 98-year-old woman is so damn mean. It takes 5 preachers to get her into heaven. I don't know.
Or maybe she was a real good donor.
Yeah, right.
To
Yeah.
the church.
And they're saying, I'm going to miss our money. But they'll do that. You know, the first preacher will preach and he's good and he's there for 30 minutes. And the next guy thinks he's got to out-preach him.
Yeah.
So he's there for an hour. And then the next thing you know, it's dark and here comes a hearse in the cemetery. You're going, you should have been here 2.5 hours ago.
Well,
So it happens.
that's crazy. So, anonymous listener, it's not uncommon to miss your own funeral, apparently. That's shocking to me. And I officially am vowing off New Year's resolutions after this.
Yeah.
I might shred my passport, and I might no longer fly in passenger planes.
Well, they won't hurt you.
I
They're in
know,
the
but it's just
cargo.
weird to think about. You know, it's just a little bit strange. I'm in my
Yeah.
business suit, getting prepped for my meetings, and
You got-
I'm sitting on top of a dead person. I didn't even know it.
Underneath, you've got American tourist luggage and a casket.
Oh, my back could be rubbing up against a casket. Gross.
It's not going to hurt you.
I guess not. Well, guys, thank you so much for your support of Caskets and Cocktails. And we have a new website. I hope you all have had a chance to check it out. If you haven't, it's www.casketsandcocktails.com. I think it's pretty awesome. What do you
I
think?
thought it was too.
I'm really excited about it. You can stream our show on there. We also are on at least 10 different spots where you can find us. Oh, and we got picked up by iHeartRadio. Woohoo! Yeah.
All right.
I just found us on there this week. So
wow, that's
I'm
cool.
excited. So if you're an iHeartRadio listener, welcome to the party.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Send money.
We do have a donation page actually on our
really?
new podcast,
I
on
didn't
our
know
new
that.
website. Yeah, you can click on it and donate to the show. We would love to get some donations, and we also would love for you to rate and review us and subscribe, because we can't do the show without you guys, and we really love doing this. I love getting to do this with you.
Well, I love it too. And I really hope that everybody subscribes, everybody rates us, everybody tells everybody they know to listen to us.
Yeah.
Because
We'll be the last ones to let you down.
Hi, this is Mouse.
I'm Weens.
And we have the Mouse and Weens podcast.
Come listen.
We're a couple of sisters.
It's great.
Is this the Muppets?
Yep.
I'm a mom.
I'm a kid.
I'm a mom in San Diego with a bunch of kids.
I'm single and alone because I'm an adult baby. Go ahead. Quick.
She's in Hollywood.
All
and
right,
she's
listen
awesome.
to us. Come on. I don't know. Go. Give 7 seconds.
Life, love, and pubic hair, people. Come take a listen.
See you later.
Bye.
Katie, I saw on the whatever it is, Facebook or whatever, you had a box.
Yes.
And you were shaking it.
Yes.
And you were just so happy to have gotten it. Now, was that our Killer Trace box?
It is. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. We got our second box this week,
Oh,
and
man.
it is awesome. When I open it up, it has just all sorts of cool things. I'm going to be posting a bunch of stuff on social media from the box. But I have to say,
It's cheating to get other people to help, isn't it?
well, I don't know. I mean, I need some help because it's pretty tricky. I have discovered that I would not have been a good detective. But I sure have a lot of fun doing it.
Let's see. You wouldn't be a good murderer because you don't like blood.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you wouldn't be a good detective because it's a little bit
It's kind of hard.
hard.
Yeah. But I have a lot of fun trying to figure out who the murderer is, and you can too. For those of you at home, be sure to check out our partner Killer Trace, and use code CAC2018. Again, that's CAC2018, and you have a chance to get your very own box. The holidays are coming.
Oh, that's a perfect Christmas present.
It really is. And you get your box every month, and it's different, and it's fun, and it's just awesome.
That's great. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, be sure to check out Killer Trace today.
I can hardly wait for me to get that second box so I can start working on it.
I know.